And so we welcome you all today, and I hope that as we will, that you'll learn something from these distinguished visitors that are taking time out of an incredible situation that they face to be with us. Before we start our business for the day, I'm privileged to have the honor to welcome Mayor Vitaliy Klitschko, Mayor of Kyiv, and Deputy Mayor Mykola Povoroznyk to address our meeting today. And I want to convey on your behalf the utmost respect and appreciation to both of them for joining us today in circumstances we can hardly imagine. You know, we're not sister cities by accident. If you look at the things that we have in common, we are both cities of about 3 million in population, both the largest cities in our respective countries, both having a proud history within the context of the history of our respective countries. We are proud here in the city of Toronto to be home to one of the largest populations of people of Ukrainian background in the world outside of Ukraine. But today, those bonds which forged a 30-year-long close formal relationship between the two cities bring us together at a time when there is a stark, tragic difference in terms of what is going on in our two cities. Here, it is peaceful. We can meet, as we're doing, and debate issues. People can go freely about their lives, COVID notwithstanding. There, you and your fellow residents of Kyiv and across the country are under illegal, unjustifiable attack. Many lives have been taken already, including a lot of innocent lives. They're all innocent lives, but innocent lives of civilians. Many other lives are threatened. A way of life in a beautiful historic city shattered, and a beautiful historic country shattered by an inhumane, atrocious invasion. And so we thank you for taking the time to address our City Council today while you and your residents are in the fight of your lives. Your courage, your personal courage that we have seen, because we see it here, and your determination to fight for your city and for your country and for your residents is an inspiration to us here in Toronto and to people around the world. Let me make clear something that I have said, and I've said it on behalf of my colleagues. I've said it to you, Mayor Klitschko. I've said it to our own people. I've said it for years, not just for weeks, because this tyranny didn't just begin a few weeks ago. And that is that Toronto stands in solidarity with Ukraine, with its people, and with Canadian Ukrainians. The unique bond between our two cities, anchored by that 30-year formal friendship, and the fact that Toronto is home to thousands of Ukrainian Canadians, has brought this situation even closer to home for us here in the city of Toronto. We have worked to add our voice as a city to those speaking out around the world against the attack on Kyiv and all of Ukraine. What Russia is doing is illegal, and it is so profoundly wrong and evil in so many different ways. And so we join you in mourning the completely unacceptable loss of innocent lives that is happening. We are working with the other governments in Canada to help support any and all Ukrainian refugees who come to the city of Toronto. But while we're ready to welcome Ukrainians here, as we've done with so many different waves of refugees from around the world, we want this war to end. And we want people to be safe in their homes, in Kyiv and in Ukraine. And we want Ukraine to be free. We want Russia out. And we want all of those responsible for these atrocities to be held to account. Mayor Klitschko, I have had the honor of meeting you right here at Toronto City Hall in better times when you were able to visit us here, and I look forward to the day when we can meet again, once peace is restored in Kyiv and across Ukraine, and hopefully that day will come very soon. Today, I want to thank you for your courage and commitment to fight for the freedom of your city, of the freedom of your people, and all of Ukraine, and to carry the fight for freedom on behalf of all of us who live in freedom today, because I think often we don't recognize the fact that these fights against those who threaten freedom are fights that are carried on behalf of us all. Boj z boju, slava Ukraini.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, big regards to our sister city, Toronto. Good to see you, colleague John Tory. Good to see you to everyone. And I want to say we very appreciate and very thankful for everything what Canada do it right now for Ukraine, for your political support, for you economic support, to take refugees from Ukraine, to make humanitarian support of our country.
The city of Toronto stands firmly alongside our sister city, Kyiv, and the people of Ukraine. I'm especially grateful and gratified by how quickly our Ukrainian community responded to the crisis. Torontonians deplore injustice.
I want to say that every one of you have to understand the reason of this war, of this senseless war, what happens right now in our home country. The reason is simple. We Ukrainians want to build modern democratic country and be part of European family as democratic family, democratic countries. Mr. Putin, President of Russia, and Russian government want very much to rebuild Soviet Union, to build Russian Empire, and to occupy Ukraine, one of the largest countries in Europe. It's the biggest war after the Second World War in Europe. Russian Federation broke all rules. We, Ukraine, was always peaceful country, where live peaceful people. We never was aggressive to anyone. In 1994, Ukraine was the third country in the world with nuclear weapons. We give up our nuclear weapons with a guarantee our territorial integrity and independence. The Russian Federation was one of the countries who make a guarantee for that. Please don't believe on Russians. Always Russian lie. The Russian lie, when the military men without education, without identification in Crimea, the Russians told us it was not our soldier. It was a lie. The Russians told we are not involved in this conflict, in this war in East Ukraine, and occupied Donetsk and Lugansk. This was a lie. Everybody understands. The Russians deliver weapons, give money, make a propaganda, and make this war. The lie from Russia. It's a war against Ukrainian army. It's a lie. It's genocide of Ukrainian population. Russians broke all the rules. And right now, if Ukrainian forces coming to Bucha, the satellite city of capital of Ukraine, we see horrible images there. killed children, women, old people, civilians.
Важко щось додати після слів пана Віталія.
It's very hard to add something after the words of Mr. Vitaliy.
Я хочу сказати, що я українець, ми українці.
I want to say that I am Ukrainian. We are Ukrainian.
Ми горді тим, що належимо до держави, яка сьогодні стоїть на захисті людських цінностей, демократичних цінностей не тільки в Україні, але й в Європі і в всьому світі.
We are proud to belong to a nation that is standing up for democracy, not only in Europe, but for the entire world.
Події в українських містах Чернігові, Сумах, Маріуполі, Харкові, Ірпені, Бучі, Бородянці і десятках інших міст і сіл насправді є геноцидом українців.
The events in Chernihiv, Sumy, Bucha, and in fact, tens of cities are actually a genocide.
Ми вимагаємо швидкої, адекватної реакції світу на ці події, на вбивство цивільних людей, жінок, дітей, людей похилого віку.
We are demanding a strong response for the deaths of children and women in Ukraine.
Це важка війна для нас.
It's a very difficult war for us.
Але ми не вистоїмо. Ми переможемо, ми не маємо права на поразку.
But we will stand and we will win because we have no other choice.